Hi sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name's Beth. If you're new, welcome. Today I'm making a simple star pot holder using a pattern that is in my Etsy shop. It uses 3.5-inch squares. Today I'm using some Insul Bright and I have a pretty Christmassy backing and some binding. This is a basic 9-patch pattern, quilt block pattern, and the red squares will be my foundation for my star points. I need 4 of those red squares to have some star points added, and they will be sort of improv. They will not all be exactly the same size. So I'm taking my 4 green squares here and I'll cut them in half diagonally and use those on my red squares. I'm beginning with my first square here. I will lay those triangles out and kind of get an idea of where they need to be, and then I turn it upside down, right sides together, sew a seam and press it out. And as you can see, that triangle is bigger than I need, and after I get both of those triangles attached, I'll be pressing and trimming. I think this is a kind of a fun way to make a star block. Those, like I said, those star points are not all going to be exactly the same size. I turn my little square over and then I trim away that excess using that little red square as my guide. Once I have all of my star points on my squares, I can now sew my quilt block together. I'll be turning this cute little quilt block into a pot holder using the Insul Bright and some backing. I often use old towels, old clean towels for my pot holders, but today I'm using Insul Bright, just one layer. That's what I prefer. I know we all have our preferences when it comes to making these pot holders. So I'm putting some red thread in my machine and I'll be quilting some lines through my pot holder. My quilting lines are in, and now I can trim away that excess and add the binding. I'm going to turn my pot holder over and add the binding to the back first. I'll start right there in the corner and I'll sew along that first side, and when I get down to the corner I'm going to stop about 1/4 inch from the end. I'll leave my needle down and I'll pivot and I'll sew off of the corner so I have that tiny diagonal seam, and then I'm going to pull the binding up and down so that there's a fold there at the top, and I'll begin sewing on the top, and I'm going to do that all the way around. As I finish adding my binding, I needed to turn or open that binding where I started so that I could get my seam all the way to the beginning, and then I'm going to turn the binding to the front. I'll kind of tuck the raw edge in and fold it over to the top, and then I will be top stitching all the way around. As you can see, this tail here sort of wraps around the place where I began, so I can tuck all of the raw edges in, and I'll pin right there, and I'll begin sewing or top stitching right at the end of that tail, and I'll go all the way around with some green thread. I left the tail on my pot holder to make a little sort of a hook, a flat little place where you could hang it, and it's sort of inconspicuous. So I tucked in the end, and I'm just going to sew a little square around the end of this tail on the back of my potholder. I really love this little simple pattern. It's the perfect little gift around Christmas time. You might need a few things to pass out to friends and neighbors, and I think this is a perfect pattern. If you add a soup mix and some spoons, it'll be a great gift. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.